Good morning, Dr. Eric Lajinsky here, Fanwood Back Relief Center. Today we're going to talk about how you can naturally improve your cholesterol levels. Cholesterol is a type of lipid or fat that's used by the body to build healthy cells. When transported through the blood, cholesterol is generally attached to a protein, creating what's called a lipoprotein. Now there's two types of lipoproteins. You have your low density and your high density, also known as your LDL and your HDL. And it's very important that these levels are in balance. If there's too much of one or the other, or too little of one or the other, it creates imbalances and causes problems. So in regards to the LDLs, what they do is they transport the cholesterol through the blood so it can be basically delivered to the intended cells for usage for the body. If there is more LDL than it's needed, what happens is they accumulate in the arteries and they wait for removal of the body. Kind of think of like if you're going to put your trash to the curb at the end of the night, that excess LDL is just sitting there waiting to be transported. And that's where the HDLs come in. Their job as a good cholesterol, they help to, they act basically as sanitation workers. They pick up the excess cholesterol and take it to the liver so it can become broken down and either used or excreted by the body. Now, like we discussed earlier, if those HDL levels are too low, then the trash accumulates, and what happens is it builds up in the arterial walls and creates those walls to become more narrow, constricted, and can lead to possibly having a stroke or other serious health events. So in regards to LDL and HDL, there are a genetic component to it, but a lot of it's based on lifestyle. So we have to keep these in balance, and I'm going to give you some ways to help keep these levels, these HDLs and LDLs in good balance. So a couple different guidelines to follow. Number one, exercise, so important. It should be consistent throughout the week, 3 to 5 to 6 times a week. Moderate to high intensity training, in my opinion, is the most beneficial for your body. Again, it doesn't have to be long. It could be a short 20-minute workout. It could be a HIIT workout. Definitely weight bearing and weight exercises are good for not only to improve your cholesterol levels, but for all your general overall health. And it's definitely a more efficient way to exercise rather than long, slower, low intensity workouts, in my opinion. The second thing is you want to try to avoid foods that are high in these trans fats. Processed meats, whole dairy products, foods prepared with shortening like cakes, cookies, fried foods, margarines. These are some of the examples of that. Another thing, don't smoke. Obviously this can cause problems not only for your cholesterol but also for other serious health effects. Avoid excess alcohol consumption. Eat more nuts. Get sufficient and restful night. It should be consistent. You go to bed at the same time, you wake up at the same time. It should not be where you're up a few times a night, can't go back to sleep. It has to be restful so your body can rebuild and heal. Another thing, maintain a healthy weight, blood pressure, and blood glucose levels. All these things are markers in the body that determine your health. It's important that you keep an eye on them. Increasing the amount of fruits and vegetables you have, and also those high density lipoproteins, the HDLs, that are foods typically are rich in omega-3 fatty acids. And you can Google a list of those. Spending time in the sun, getting your adequate amount of vitamin D3 is also important, and also periodically, maybe yearly, getting a checkup of your blood work to make sure everything is in check and everything is in balance. Of course, if you have any more questions about this topic or need some guidance as far as diet, exercise, supplementation, shoot me a message, give me a call. I'll be happy to help to the best of my knowledge and get you on the right track. That's all we got today, and hopefully you have a great day, and we'll talk to you next time. So long.